At the time of recording this video, there's only about 10 hours left before we will be seeing our next FOMC meeting happening. And previously around, this has all of the time caused a lot of volatility. And at the same time, on the weekly chart, we are seeing an all-time low on Bitcoin volatility. And on the daily chart, well, we are still seeing very low volatility coming in with very narrow Bollinger Bands. Truly, a big move is about to happen, and I think a lot of people will get faked out right here. I just think this move towards the downside will be a major bear trap, and that is also currently the reason why I'm still in my long position on BitGet. So first of all, already 2 days ago, we have seen this breakdown of this symmetrical triangle, and ever since we broke down of that symmetrical triangle, well, we have been on our way towards this next support level that we have not quite reached just yet. Okay, and there are multiple things we want to be having a look in towards right now, because the funding rates, in my opinion, still look quite bearish. We can be seeing, for example, on Binance, the funding rates are still trading very high. Also on Bybit, the funding rates are also trading still very high. So in my opinion, this tells me that we do have room for another move towards the downside. And of course, also because we have not touched this support level just quite yet, I do indeed think we can be having another move towards the downside to be touching this support level. And at the same time, of course, we will also be getting our FOMC meeting, which has always had a pretty bearish effect on the Bitcoin market, because of course we are expected that the Fed is going to be doing another rate hike. Another 25 basis point rate hike is to be expected, and as you can be seeing on this chart, all of these previous red arrows have been moments where the Fed has basically hiked the interest rates with 25 basis points or even 50 basis points. So once again, right now, this is to be expected again. And previously around, you can be seeing that this indeed had a very negative effect on the Bitcoin market. Now, one time this has been different at this green arrow, and during this green arrow, we basically saw no rate hikes happening. We basically saw a break from our interest rate hikes, and that has caused this huge bump towards the upside. Now, if we have a look into the probabilities, well, it will be very likely that this rate hike event that will be happening probably today will be the last one before the Fed once again will be starting to cut the interest rates beginning next year. So this interest rate hike is a bit of a different one, and that is also going to be the reason why I do think at the moment of the rate hike, we are actually going to be getting this dump in, and then we are going to be touching our support level, creating this bullish divergence that I've drawn right here, with a lower low on the price action and a higher low on the RSI. And then we are going to be creating this bullish divergence while at the same time touching support. At that moment, I hope there are a lot of late shorters in towards the market, and then we can be having a very nice break towards the upside. And if we can be creating this bullish divergence and also confirming this bullish divergence, well, I am definitely ready to be adding more money in towards my long trade on BitGet. Another reason why I do think this will be a pretty good opportunity is because, well, of course, we have seen this breakdown of this consolidation range, but we have not at all seen any volume incline. We are still seeing volume declining while we saw this massive breakdown. And usually around, this is indicating a false breakout, because at the valid breakdown, we want to be seeing high volume increase. Okay, and that is leading me into thinking that I want to be having a look in towards this falling wedge scenario right here. As I have also shared on my Twitter, well, Bitcoin volume keeps on decreasing, meaning we are still trading inside of a consolidation pattern. In my opinion, it will be likely to be this falling wedge pattern. And this is looking like a very valid pattern. Nobody is having a look in towards this pattern still. And also, if we can be breaking this one out towards the upside, I definitely do think we are going to be getting a lot of momentum towards the upside. Now, one thing to note for sure is that it will be very important what Jerome Powell actually has to say during the FOMC meeting. Look, this this Fed interest rate hike decision has pretty much already priced into us Bitcoin charts by this recent dump we just got. Because, well, of course, it is already public data that it is going to be actually guaranteed almost that we will be seeing this rate hike happening. So that is why it will be very important to actually have a look into the FOMC meeting and to actually have a look into what Jerome Powell actually has to say about the markets. I think that will be causing a lot of the volatility that we will be getting right here. So we need to watch how that will unfold, and I will be updating you guys exactly about that on my Twitter profile. Other than that, well, I'm just going to be playing this level to level. Of course, we do have major support coming in right here that I do expect we will be touching it and creating this bullish divergence. But of course, if we are not going to be creating any kind of bullish divergence and not confirming it, well, in that case, we might just be falling right through, and then I'm going to be having a look into this support level next up. And if we are going to be failing to be holding that one, I'm going to be having a look into this trend line. Very simply, I'm just going to be trading it level to level because, well, keep in mind, in the larger term trend, we are still in this uptrend and it does not look like it's about to stop anytime soon. Having a look into our on-chain indicators, of course, we are still looking like Bitcoin still has a lot more room for growth during this bear market recovery stage that we are currently in. So that is why I'm currently still rather looking into long positions than actually shorting the market. So be sure to be staying up to date on my Twitter profile. Join my free Telegram channel with the link down in the description. And guys, I'll see you in another update video tomorrow morning.